Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is in regards to hooking up a Millivolt Thermostat to the Integra 1. Unfortunately, I do not have a Rika Integra 2 sitting here in order to hook it up, but we'll get one. But if you have any questions in regards to hooking up a thermostat to a Rika Integra 2, email us. Sure, let's say that you have a thermostat here hooked up to the stove and you set it for 75. It reaches 75. What happens is the thermostat will shut down, but the stove does not shut down. It goes into what's called pilot mode, and it will stay alive. Most of you know that the Integra 1 does not have an igniter to make it automatic to where it can completely shut itself off and then go ahead and turn itself back on. So it has to drop down to pilot mode. Now, what I will show you here, and it's really only 2 wires. That's it. So let me just go right to it right now. Okay, what you're looking at here is the wiring block that if you're a freestand, you'll have to take off the back panel. If you own an insert like Seymour here, you're going to have to take off the back panel also, and to expose the wiring block. Now again, very quick, very easy. As you can see here, you have a jumper wire. It's a brown jumper wire on position 8 and 7. This jumper wire must be there in order for the stove to operate on the user board, which this looks very familiar to you, with no thermostat. Okay? Now, if you want to bypass the user board and hook up a wall thermostat, then really easy. Disconnect number 8 and number 7, the brown jumper wires, and take the 2 wires that's going to be coming off of your thermostat. Okay, there's only 2 wires, which it will then replace 7 and 8 jumper here. Okay, it's that simple. Now the thing about thermostats is, millivolt thermostats that is, you do not want to try to extend the wire over 25 feet. I've seen problems with 15 feet due to the fact that it has a tendency to lose the signal by taking the thermostat here and setting it up on a wall over 15 feet away. Now, pretty much the guidelines is 25 feet. But if you do end up hooking up a thermostat and by chance you do have problems, then you just might have to move it a little bit closer to your stove, and that might help the signal dropping problem between thermostat and the motherboard. Okay, so wasn't that easy? Hold on a second. Let's talk about the pros and cons of a thermostat. The pros of a thermostat is that let's say that you live in a state that is extremely cold, and when you go to work, you have to keep your house at a certain temperature so that your pipes don't freeze, your pets, stay comfortable, and so forth. That's pretty much the gist of having a thermostat. Now, the cons of having a thermostat is that with the Integra 1, it always stays running. Okay, so what that means is your stove never shuts off, which, to some of you it's no big deal due to the fact that some of you, I know, turn that bad boy on and it stays running non-stop for most of the winter. Unless obviously you run it out of pellets or have to clean the burn pot. In other words, the problem here is when it no longer calls for heat, the pellets smolder. Now, what is smolder? Well, let me tell you. Smoldering is the incomplete combustion of the pellets, which means that it produces a high amount of creosote. It has a tendency to plug your system up a lot quicker than if you were to just run it on manual mode. Now, one thing that can counter the creosote problem is if you can keep your potentiometer here up halfway or greater, which it all depends on, you know, how many square feet is in your home and how, you know, how warm you like it. But the higher the potentiometer setting, the cleaner the burn of the pellets. And you know, for some of you out there that are do-it-yourselfers, you can get up on your roof or go outside, and if you just have a straight through the wall venting installation, you can clean the system yourself. But if you run a thermostat and it shuts down quite a bit and it smolders a lot, you're going to find that you might have to clean your system multiple times a season. You really want to make sure that if you call somebody in to clean your Integra 1, make sure that they understand how the stove works, what are the main areas that need to be cleaned. Watch our cleaning video, or if you call a chimney sweep in, set him down with a cold drink and make him a sandwich, okay, and just say, hey, look, let's watch Scott here for a little bit, and we'll make sure that our stove gets cleaned. Several customers which have talked to Julie lately in regards to problems after somebody serviced the stove. And it all falls back to not understanding what to clean on the stove. I've even heard individuals to where they will get up, they will sweep the creosote down and just leave it in the tea, okay? Which, no airflow, fire hazard, sparks from the pellets, ignites the creosote sitting there like a little bomb. And next thing you know, you got flames shooting out of your pellet vent. You guys stay safe out there. Our next video is going to be, don't know yet, but you're gonna love it, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribing to our channel yet, hit that subscribe button. That way, every time a new video comes up, you're gonna be alerted and you're gonna learn something new. There's a lot of people out there that need to know we're here in order to help keep them warm this winter. Also, just if by chance you like what we offer you in the way of assistance in keeping your stove operating and so forth, hit that like button. What it does is it pops us up and helps others see us. So, see you on the flip side. On the pilot